Afternoon, everyone. Thank you for all finding time and visiting today's webinar on decentralized finance era in India, future of crypto, featuring by Mr. Amit Sir. And on the behalf of digisaksham, this side Ritika Negi as a host of today's webinar. We all are here for the webinar on decentralized finance area in India, Future of Crypto, organized by digisaksham. digisaksham is an initiative of SEMS groups, which has developed content for over 300 courses in multiple languages, which range from 4 hours to 6 months in various sectors of IT, BFSI, retail, and entrepreneurship. From schools, children, youth, professional, and senior citizens. digisaksham has also conducted more than 100 webinars, 10 FDPs, workshops, and 6 international conferences. digisaksham impacted more than 15,000 lives through various webinar, conference, workshops, and seminars across the globe. Asking me about the webinar on this topic, back in the 90s, few could have imagined the extent to which the internet would transform the world. For example, when Amazon, now the world's largest retailer outside China, started as an online bookseller in 1994. It's unlikely that its first customer would have expected its offering to expand into groceries, devices, cloud computing, and streaming services. Today's cryptocurrency finds itself in a similar positions, with limited awareness of its ability to reshape the financial landscape and its capacity for positive global impact. Cryptocurrencies were invented to improve the way people create, store, transfer value. However, they have the potential to serve the higher purpose of financial inclusion by providing an investment and transaction option to everyone, irrespective of nationality, ethnicity, race, gender, or socioeconomic class. Here with us a great personality, Mr. Amit Sir. Amit Sir is a professor in Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, company and secretary from ICSI, pursuing PhD in finance area, having rich 14 years of experience with 32 national and international public research paper, including Scopus and WAS, with 2 patents awarded in 2022, along with the Best Faculty Award from Education Institute. So now, with huge round of applause, please welcome Mr. Amit Sir to take over today's event. Please, sir.
Thank you, Ritika. Thank you, SEMS India. Thank you, digisaksham. And good evening, one and all present here, all the participants, all the students, all the core members here. I am Amit Kumar. I'll taken care of the digital finance in particular, and I'm quite interactive in decentralized era. So my research area in particular, if you ask me, is towards crypto as well as for the banking sector. That's why DigiFinance is somewhere, attracting me most. I'll take in care of the example of how DigiFinance, having existence in all over the world and how it's also impacting India as well. So I'm as I reside in India, so I'll discuss about Indian context and how we are going along with China and along with USA, and how we are going ahead with the concept of digifinance. So let's start with this topic, the small presentation. So the topic is decentralized finance era in India. DeFi definition, if you ask me, DeFi have different ways to take the things ahead. Like we use various platform, or by paying payments, we invest in securities, we invest in derivatives. But DeFi is something which is quite different. It's a very trending thing. You are doing nowadays in various platforms, but DeFi has been accepted even by various countries also, and they understand that without this thing we cannot survive further. To have a centralized system to a decentralized system, that is more important, that DeFi should be come into the picture. So DeFi, if I break up DeFi, DE is decentralized, FI is finance. So it's a decentralized finance. So decentralized means a process of redistributing power of planning and making for central authority. It means nowadays, like if I say US Federal Reserve in USA, China have their own Federal Reserve. So initially, the power belonged to the central authority. With the help of DeFi, or you can say decentralized thing, the power will goes to the kind of security of crypto form, so that people can have authority to invest. People have the way to can invest in a various security without intervening through banks. We don't want intervention. Suppose we know that when you do online banking, we have something to go to the apps, pay for the payments, ask for buying securities. Now the involvement of bank is removed. or you can say the intermediaries will be removed if we have decentralized system. Talk about finance. Finance here mean all the financial related activity were in terms of monetary products and services. Either you have an open account, either you want to do the investment, any security, either you want to buy a house. Buying a house through decentralized finance is quite easy. Previously the Bitcoin has a various talk about the show that how people are going to invest it. Many countries accepted, many countries not accepted yet. But nowadays, people cannot ignore the existence of decentralized things, cryptocurrency, which is quite trending. It's a more secure platform. That's why people want DeFi on board. So that's why the today's session is about how DeFi has been changing the scenario for the global era. How actually the being an individual investor, being an individual institution, being a corporate sector, how we as an individual, how we as a company can change the whole technological system of paying through finance. So if you ask me, DeFi is nothing, it make you enable about how the transaction, the payment, the transfer can happen without relying on central entity like banks, like financial institution. Whenever you have to transact, you have to go through various platforms to make sure that authenticity should happen. Every time bank has an involvement, let bank will not involve it, let have a platform open through decentralized finance, where from the cryptocurrency, where with the help of other platform or DeFi derivatives, we can pay, we can receive money, even your money grow. Suppose you have money in your wallet, you cannot have interest because not invested anywhere. At the same time, you're getting interest from the platform. At the same time, you have various opportunity. At the same time, you can pay for any country without converting into a currency. If something is commonly accepted by everyone on board, then it's quite easy that we don't require any currency conversion. We don't require any bank involvement. All intermediary change will definitely remove with the help of DeFi. So DeFi is nothing, it's like a centralized finance, removing centralized finance or decentralized finance. Like you can see the picture, when you go to any counter of a bank, you go to the bank, you pay, ask for the payment, then you get a payment of that counter, the person is receiving you, and you get out from the bank. Now, with the help of blockchain smart contract protocol, this protocol will help you. You don't require to go to the bank. Just open the platform, open the app, pay for the things, and good enough. You don't have to ask for the bank that I need a password, I need an OTP, all this thing go, bag. Initially, this is the trending thing when we talk about the internet banking, net banking. Now the new trend is in front of you is decentralized finance. So through the blockchain, through the channel of paying payments to the customer, to the final end user, it's quite easy. We don't require intermediaries. We don't require any conversion people. We don't require bank involvement. It's more secured version. And how is much secured version? Let's see further here. How DeFi help you. DeFi give you a smart contract. You can have a crowdfunding. You can have a loyalty system. You can rely on the system. Sometimes bankrupt. Various bank bankrupt. Various news happen in the past also. In India also, in US also. Various things happen, and it actually crushes down the stuff of stock market. It will not hamper because now DeFi is coming. Not only with the derivative or the cryptocurrency section, it also coming with the underlying asset. They understand that people want to know where their money are going, how that money are investing, how we can rely that tomorrow something happen back to them or back to their currency, how they can take back money from the account. It's quite easy with the low transaction cost. So it have a global accessibility. You anywhere in the world, you don't require anything. You should have an app to make it the payment, to make the payment happen. In the upcoming times, I'll let you know, even from the mobile, from the screen, but touching the mobile on the screen, you done the payment. Now, right now, we have a debit card system. We have a debit card scanning system. Your single mobile number is good enough to pay anything globally without thinking about talking to your bank and asking for the conversion, talking to the various operation channel so that payment can happen. Nowadays, it's quite easy. Permissionless and blockchain. You don't have to ask any permission. You are the owner of your account. You just have to log in, 2-step verification, and your payment is done. You don't have to involve anyone in between. That's the best part about DeFi. It's a more secure and accountable manner. If I say a more secure, it means it is much better than a bank. I'll let you know, it's our triple layer with a ledger account with a blockchain thing where the miners are involved. Every ledger has a different encrypted key, which is only opened by the holder, account holder like me, like you, but no one else can interrupt. Secondly, the guarantee, the payment return, the amount of return and the value appreciation of your money is quite high. Okay, that's the best part about DeFi platform. It's interoperable. Interoperable means you can interact with various miners. Suppose you want to buy something in Brazil, you are staying in somewhere in the UK. It's quite easy through the help of DeFi. Otherwise, you connect with the buyer. You have to search a buyer who accept DeFi. And upcoming time, that's a thing acceptable. Right now, initially, when before the lockdown, after the lockdown, we can see that people are coming more and more towards the using of an app. Now, in the upcoming time, people are more come towards using a DeFi platform instead of going to the any bank platform to pay off the payment. We have various platforms to buy Bitcoin. We have various platforms to buy any cryptocurrency. Now we have one platform where you can buy any of the currency, and that is the acceptable currency by various countries. In the upcoming time, like India, like China have accepted. They are about to launch their yuan in a crypto form. In a same page, India is also coming with the help of RBI. They're about to launch in next year about the crypto RBI coin we call CBC. CBC is a central Bitcoin, central bank Bitcoin. It means the central bank give the authority that this coin is acceptable rest of the world. Previously, you were talk about bid or ask rate. Suppose I have to buy something from other country. We talk about what exactly rate of a dollar is, what exactly rate of Chinese yuan is, or any other currency. But now when we talk about the DeFi platform, the conversion is quite easy because the other platform, from suppose you have to buy a flat in Brazil, so you know that the rate of Brazil flat in DeFi coin. So it's quite interoperable. You can interact with different country without asking your bank, without asking your country, because that is a supportive part. Because upcoming times, all central bank have a common unit to help DeFi. No one can deny that the crypto has a future upcoming time, and that's the most acceptable way to have any transaction happen in a secure manner with a triple blockchain. Every transaction ledger have a different unique. Then against reliable and transparent activity. It means each transaction have an activity. You can track it down anywhere in the world. Even suppose you can track down from any other account also. Your friend has an account, your client has an account, or maybe your company has an account. Anyone can write a transaction, check out where the transaction happened. It can never be blocked. It never be, hide something in the back. There is no shady areas. We talk about shady areas in the online internet banking system, that something is debited in the account, but it's not showing in the other client portal. Now it's nothing like that. It is quite transparent. You can see the transaction happen in the books or not. It goes to the right vendor or not. You can check the DeFi account. No human intervention, because suddenly many a times, even you do internet banking, the cross verification process, even the small dilute like OTP is not sent by a computer, it's sent by with the help of human intervention, because there is a human intervention who create a platform of a software who send OTP on a mobile. Okay. Now this OTP is nothing required. It's about the senses of your finger, or with the help of your eyes, your password can be opened. It's quite more secure rather than sharing an OTP, because sometimes digits can be shared, maybe someone take your mobile, but this is a more secure platform where your personal intervention is required. Even you can have your beneficiary also. Something happened to you, your beneficiary eye, retina, and your fingerprint is also one of the way to open the account. So it's quite secure mechanism without having much human intervention. So this is the working of DeFi. You can have a decentralized market space where you can, various exchange, various currency exchange, you can have it. Various monetary banking services can happen. Suppose you want to buy some amount in dollar and you want to pay to someone who's staying in USA, you can use it with the help of DeFi. You don't require any conversion, because previously you go to your bank, you ask your bank to transfer that amount. There are various money transfer platform, various other ways also to send your money to the other account with a low processing fees. Now, let you know, in DeFi is 0.05% DeFi fee, the latest rate which I'm telling you. Even in the various countries, it's somewhere 0% also if the amount exceeds some of the extent amount which is defined by the central authority. In a similar manner, you can have a borrowing and lending also. Suppose your bank is not giving to you a loan, but you want a loan from the DeFi platform. You can ask any other bank, because everyone has a different criteria to give away your loan. It might possible in your country, your credit limit is quite high, but in your other country, your credit limit is within the line. It might possible you can have a better CIBIL score here in India, where CIBIL score criteria where you can have a loan. In the other country, it might possibly have different criteria to give away your loan, and they don't require any other intervention like any document verification. And through DeFi, you have a single code, like they can check your passport, they can check your any national identity card of your country, they can check your bank account also, they can check your DeFi account also, they can check all of your transaction, how much you transact to DeFi. So from there, your reliability will be taken care of, and your lending is quite easy. And through ecosystem, because there's a paperless flow, we only have to access, we only have to request. No one will going to come to your home and check your property and everything, because every property and every set of stuff is visible on DeFi in the upcoming time. Now let's talk about future of crypto. I'm talking about here Indian context as well the foreign context. Like as I mentioned in the very beginning, that I'm talking about the how Indian also start accepting the concept of crypto. And in the recent budget happened in February 2022, it has been accepted as a recognized currency, not by saying in loud, but they have mentioned that we will charge 30% tax on that crypto. By saying charging a tax, it automatically become illegal because it recognized. Previously, it not recognized by the country like India. Now it's accepted by in the open forum of parliament, that it is acceptably done by everyone and anyone can trade on crypto. With the help of this, many investors who actually invested in this platform through crypto or other Bitcoin or Ethereum, through which they can have a legalized penny on their wallet. Now it's recognized. No one can say that you have a black money, because this platform has been accepted by Indian context as well. And this is not the first country, actually, it's actually the fourth country who are accepting as a crypto, because the Indian company or Indian countries also understand that without going hand to hand with other people like China, like USA, like Brazil, we cannot survive unless we have a unified common platform where a common currency can be shared. Like I already discussed that China has begun the trial about how various several cities and plan to roll out digital yuan for use by athletes and spectators at Beijing and Winter Olympics. Similarly, US Federal Reserve and Bank of England are also planning to have this through the economy. In India, similarly, they have launched CBC. The CBC is nothing, just Central Bitcoin Story. It talks about how Bitcoin has been accepted as a on currency country where that particular crypto can be used for the trading transaction. Initially, it will be on a trial base, but in the upcoming time, CBC is the one who's going to replace the money, the paper notes, the coins, where we don't require any intervention of bank. Somewhere we get able to save much higher amount in context of paper printing of that notes and the same coin digitalization. Similar manner, India would be one of the world's largest economy to introduce so-called central bank digital currency, because they have stick to the plan to follow the digital yuan, because China is in terms of having a huge set of investor. India has a huge investor base. In a similar manner, they want that the Indian crypto should be lined up with the other crypto of other countries so that they can have a common platform to share. And that's the most important part here. So let's see further. What about future trend of CBC? Whatever you have thought about that, the corporate Bitcoin or central Bitcoin, how they going to play a huge role. Like we have we can expect a CBC will have a common exchange mechanism. You can pay as you want to for any other country. You don't have to think about it, because through this CBC, we can have the better Bitcoin platform where the other country can accept the similar pattern currency without intervening of a bank. Similarly, you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, it's only possible when we talk about a common currency. Otherwise, every time when we say there's a currency involvement happen, it happened to be because it's supposed to exist, because every time bank has an involvement, you have to pay taxes, you have to pay various other paperwork and registry and all this thing. This will reduce the cost if you go through DeFi, because DeFi will eliminate various costs of involvement of intermediaries. Now you can buy it directly from the buyer who actually want to sell it, without intervening that you have to go to the portal, have to select a property, then you have to pay the commission to the property dealer in between. And similar manner, you have to pay for the currency conversion as well. These all stuff will be eliminated once DeFi have ruled the board, like they have planning in various segment also. Similar manner, on a real-time manner, the concept of underlying asset, we understand this underlying asset in the term of derivative, that any security derive its value from any asset in the background, that whatever the asset perform, with the help of that performance, that stock or that security or that crypto will behave. Now, on a real-time manner, CBC derivative will work in a good segment because the underlying asset is nothing but it's a central bank. Like central bank issue various federal receipt, like we have talk about ADR, we talk about GDR, American Depository Receipt or Global Depository Receipt. Both receipt nowadays is quite common, acceptable document where you can have a loan, where you can have a secured amount. Similar manner, they had decided to have a derivative through crypto Bitcoin, or you can say crypto certified Bitcoin of bank, where on a real-time manner, you can buy any asset. Like India may be one of the biggest users of CBC soon because first of all, it's made in India. Secondly, they are very potential investor who are investing abroad as well. They are buying crypto, they are buying Ethereum, they are buying other securities as well. The variation of stock, which is quite high in other crypto because there is no underlying asset, and there are a lot of ledger and miner segment was there, and it also attracting various investment avenues also. So that's why India, like China, they have started their own product so that everything should be transparent, everything should be based on an underlying asset. Because of a huge customer base, people can have their own crypto of their own country without going and asking for the other platform where there's a might of sense of insecurity sometimes, even through the transaction is quite reliable and secure because you never know what happens, some default happens. Till date, default was not happening yet, but yes, as a rational investor, as a risk-averse investor, people have a tendency to thought about what happened next if something not went in a right manner. In a similar manner, there are a lot of potential investors in the rest of the world who can step together as a bigger giant. Previously, when there is no recognition of a crypto, people are more depending how it's going to behave. It is like a bubble story. It might possible, it can burst. Now, with the recognition, the burst chances somewhere reduce, and somewhere the investor has understand that tomorrow we have a better future when we talk about crypto, when we talk about Bitcoin, when we talk about any CBC product which launched in the market. Similarly, these potential, CBC segment of future trend, this also, attract various stock exchange, either New York Stock Exchange, either Tokyo Stock Exchange, either in India, BSE or NSE, because various derivatives derive their value from the crypto itself. So in the crypto platform, the purpose of CBC is to understand that there are various investors who rely on the information provided by the crypto agency. Now, when your crypto have your own home-based segment, the information is quite relevant for everyone. Everyone can access it. Everyone can derive it. Everyone can buy it. And day after tomorrow, everything is accessible through mobile. You can buy, you can sell, you can just thought about anything. Nowadays, when you have to, go to have a pizza or go to have anything, we require a wallet, digital wallet where we pay off the payments or sometimes the currency. Now, tomorrow is something new. Tomorrow is something like that you require this future trend CBC, or you can say crypto, where you can pay off anything with any denomination without asking much. And your money by default in your wallet is growing. That's the best part about any crypto platform. And that's why various central level bank, various US federal bank had understand that they cannot go, beyond crypto. You have to understand that crypto is the integral system of a life. And once it's enter in the mind of the investor, everyone have to accept it, because that's the future. We talk about crypto, which work under the miner platform, which work under the mining or trending platform. The bidding share where the price of a particular security can increase or can decrease. And that's the best part about any CBC platform. So I talk about that money crypto story here. So money crypto story is like that various countries have understood one thing very clearly, that crypto required various trading bit. It can be electronic form, which we know about it. But in the upcoming time, it has been decided by Chinese people in China that sooner or later they will find a base of this thing and they will convert it. Like right now we have a gold base, tomorrow we will have a platinum base also, and they have been working on the crypto to convert in the platinum base also. So there will be an underlying asset who can behave in the right manner. You can use this particular crypto in terms of doing the online market trading. You can have a peer coin also. You can exchange the currency, exchange the crypto with your own country, with other country also, without interfering with the banks and all. So that's the best part about CBC, and that's the best context they have accepted the platform in a right way. With this, I would like to conclude in a manner that when we talk about future trend of CBC, when we talk about the scenario under which the trend can happen, CBC is one of the biggest challenge and biggest acceptance by country. Only 4 countries have lined up right now, and sooner or later we have other countries who are going on board, because Reserve Bank want to know where they have to stop. They know that one stoppage there's in front of them, that is DeFi. DeFi make all the things quite easier, quite transparent. Everyone can do easy access to the platform, and that's the best part about the CBC. Accepting crypto is one thing, and dealing with crypto is the other thing. And when 2 things accepted by your own home country, your acceptance, your legality, your trending pattern, and your investment avenues have been opened with a huge profit margin. It not maybe the tomorrow story, it can be like this way, that people are more investing in CBC rather than going to invest in stock market or any of the derivative market, because the behavior of CBC will be quite volatile, as well as in a profitable manner, that people can have a higher and huge profit. And country like India, country like China, country like USA have a more attractive toward this platform, and sooner or later everyone have to accept. With this, I would like to conclude my session on this. Any question in this regard, or maybe would like to ask anything? So let me ask me, how many people are interested in crypto or something like that? Raise your hands. Any one of you? Okay, Danilo, you have mentioned that you are quite interested in crypto. So in crypto, if you ask me, when cryptocurrency was not authorized in India, let you know I have invested somewhere around 8,000 Indian currency, and when I take it back, it's somewhere around 38,000. I'll let you know the duration is nothing but 3 days. Only 3 days I had taken back the money, and that 38,000 bucks. And that's the best part about crypto, that in crypto there are many other platform also. Recently, when Ethereum and Bitcoin has a fight regarding who will be investing in a best manner. So Bitcoin has a better platform and better investor base rather than Ethereum, but Ethereum has more stability. So whenever we select a crypto, that's the best you have to talk about it, where you're going to invest your money, your risk appetite, your how much you are ready to invest in a security, followed by how much you are valuing the crypto or maybe Bitcoin. The best part, when you see the various trading or mining platform, how miners are bidding and how miners are closing the deal, that where you can have, the crypto payment quiet mechanism.
Okay. So first question is there any disadvantage of DeFi?
Disadvantage, if you ask me, first of all, the awareness, I believe people are not much aware about it. Awareness is something which is lacking, and sooner or later, if you ask me, if I ask in my surrounding also where I work or where I go, people are not very much, ready for crypto or DeFi. So the first is learning. Second, if you ask me about the investment, when you like, can I lose my money? That's the biggest challenge. Can I lose my money? Losing of your money as crypto is, if you ask me, the CBC product, it's quite low. If I rightly invest to Bitcoin right away, it might possible tomorrow it goes down, because right now there's a war going on and it has an effect on crypto as well. So there might be a chance of loss. When you talk about the crypto launched by any Federal Reserve or Reserve Bank or a central bank, it have a more secured mechanism, because they have done one good job, that is underlying asset. The lacking part of Bitcoin or Ethereum is that there is no underlying asset. It means we know that your security, your shares, your equity share derive its value from the company performance. It means there's a base on which your stock market behave, but there's no pattern where Bitcoin behave. Bitcoin is highly volatile, which I think everyone is agreed on a page. But with the help of central-based coin, with the help of central-based crypto, we can have a base where we can rely that at least this minimum value will be in your pocket. And that minimum value is much more higher than your investment. So somewhere it's secured. Right now, if you ask me, if every country not start accepting crypto, or you want to invest it right up in the crypto, I'll let you know. First, do very good homework about where you want to invest it up, how much you are ready to take the loss. First, decide how much loss you can digest, your appetite. If it is allowed, then go ahead with that thing. But you have to do a good homework, because when we invest in any security of a company, We have a good homework of their balance sheet. We have a good homework of their previous dividend or how much they have performed in the market, but we don't have any information about crypto. Only the profit, only the miners, we have it in our book. So that's important here. When we don't have a central board crypto online, until that DeFi is, exists throughout the market, disadvantage is high in terms of losses until unless it is accepted by everyone in the country. Next question, Ritika.
Possible that this trend is just a bubble?
If you ask me, bubble story, it's a huge, if I'm not wrong, that is Nakoti Somata, the one who actually created 2008, the crypto story. And when the crypto started, people talk about bubble story. Even I have write 3 research papers on it. And the bubble story, I have mentioned that the behavior of the stock is highly volatile. In a 30-second, if I'm not wrong, it jump around 34%. In next 1 minute, jump around 200%. Yes, it's a bubble story in the back. In the back mean in the past. Now, if I talk about the DeFi mechanism, when DeFi mechanism work with the help of Federal Reserve or any US federal bank or a central bank, the bubble story, the impact of bubble will be reduced. And why it reduced? Because of the secured platform of RBI or secured platform of the central bank, make sure that that bubble will not burst, or if required to burst, they will sell off the security. They will intimate the investor that the best part, which actually not defined under the books of Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now, when one country start having their own crypto and make sure that their home country people or outside investor, you can say other stakeholder, they can have other currency or other CBC based crypto, which is much highly secured as compared to Bitcoin. Yes, the profitability question is the challenge here. How much profit are you going to earn? Is the same like a Bitcoin or not? That something is quite interesting to learn here, because the base on which CBC will lie, that's the underlying thing which is required to discuss on board. Yes, please, Ritika.
The question that is, how about NFTs? It is really legit? Is it being manipulated by their own creator?
IFT is legit, but up to the extent, because why it's up to the extent? Because some of the trading mechanism is not cleared, and some of the transaction which has not come under the stock exchange board or the financial institution covering, they declared as a void, you can say invalid transaction, and that cannot be completed until unless there is a defined system for the IFT. And that's more important here, because legitimate transaction is only possible when we have a right platform to discuss on it. Right now, it's somewhere it's illegal until unless the bank or the financial institution lined out the rules and regulation under which the transaction can be had. Good story to share, because we are about to wind up in soon. So I request, please go to any of the channel, BBC or CNN, check out 2-day back story about how DeFi mechanism has been changing. You will glad to know that in the upcoming time, various property valuation, various product valuation. Right now, like we talk about that whenever you buy a product, if you can see any product in your hand, even your mobile, even your laptop right now, your currency name with number was there, like in my is INR 43,000 bucks. In the upcoming time, everything will be defined in DeFi. It means every payment, every bill prescription has one more currency on board, that is DeFi. And why DeFi? Because suppose I'm not in China right now, but I would like to buy a China mobile or China car or something like that. But I have Indian currency. How is make it possible? It's only possible when your particular product is converted in DeFi and that is available on a platform. And that is a mechanism they are planning for it. Secondly, when we talk about RBI currency, we talk about central bank currency, we understand Bretton Woods. Long time back, Bretton Woods happened, and Bretton Woods talk about that the one who actually holding the higher gold, they have the rule of their currency. Like dollar is highly acceptable. Have you ever thought about once DeFi happen, which currency will roll or which currency have a rule? I think US dollar will not able to survive, because previously we talk about dollar as an exchange where you can have your import on that mechanism. Dollar is the highly accepted, followed by European Union, EU, mechanism. So both currency have their own valuation because there's a base of gold. What happened to DeFi if everything converted in DeFi? That's the challenge. I'll let you know. That's why I'm saying that go to the CNN news, you'll understand that there is a discussion going on that maybe in the upcoming time there is no mechanism like flexible exchange rate. There is no exchange rate will happen if DeFi exists. One DeFi exists, like right now, oil barrels quite expensive. Even the war was going on, so Russian people started increasing the price of barrel because they required money for their fight and all this thing. So they're increasing the prices, and that have an impact on oil barrels, and that's why the oil barrel become expensive. So in the upcoming time, when there is no common currency to trade, only DeFi will rule. That's the future of this DeFi in the upcoming. I would like to say, first of all, there's a huge audience in front of me from international level. I first of all like to congratulate and thank you for coming and joining the session, and thank you. SEMS Foundation, in particular, Ritika ma'am, and one of the ma'am also there, Vandana ma'am was also there, who actually give me the opportunity to come and share my views towards the decentralized finance era. And decentralized finance era is biggest challenge as well as the opportunity. And in the upcoming time, every country have to tap this thing in a right manner, so that their currency base, their valuation will happen right. And with this, thank you, and I appreciate each one of the participants that they rigorously, ask a lot of questions and a lot of things to me, and really thankful for that. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great day. Be safe, be at home, be at time. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, sir, for enlightening and entertaining presentation on decentralized finance era in finance in India, future of crypto. We appreciate having this mysterious area clarified. And thank you for all. We appreciate your being with us today. We care about your opinion, so please complete a short poll in the feedback form.